Hello, welcome to Easy 8's Online Painting Club. My name is Danny, and for the next 2 hours I'm going to be sat here painting my miniatures, hopefully with your company while you paint yours live, while we all struggle, succeed, fail or win, whatever it is that's going to be happening this evening. We get to do it together. You will notice that I am a little late this evening by about 5 minutes, and I apologise for that. I came home a little bit late from work, still with plenty of time to play with, to a defrosting freezer. So there was a little bit of icy, watery clean-up stuff to go on, and then also make dinner and kind of get on with life. We did it all, but at the expense of a few minutes. I'll make sure that we go over a little bit. We always go over anyway, so who cares? So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, if you're new here, Easy 8 isn't a tutorial show or anything like that. There's loads of that stuff out there. Go and check them out because they're really, really cool. But not right now. Stay here with me for the next couple of hours. If you like what we do, please do consider subscribing to the show, because it is the subscribings, whatever that word is, that makes the community grow. And this show is all about you, the community, sharing in the passion of this hobby that we all do. And you don't have to be painting. You could be making models, you could be drawing pictures, playing music. Mate, you could be playing cricket. I don't really mind, although if you are playing cricket. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Stop it. Frankly, just stop. Anyway, if you know someone who might benefit from this show, bring them along. Go and tell a friend and get them to bring their friends and join in the community, and get them to hit that subscribe button every time that you communicate through the live chat. Every time that you communicate through a comment later on after the show's been aired, if you give it a thumbs up, if you give it a subscribe, it all goes into the giant algorithm. All hail the algorithm. I don't know why I'm doing this. Bowing to no one else here. It's just yes. So please comment away. Hit the thumbs up button. In fact, I'll give you just a second to go and do that now. Go on, off you go. I dare you. I'll drink my tea. Very dark. Separate. Very hard to tell with soy milk. Too hot, I can't drink that right now. All hail the algorithm, says Adrian. Anyway, hit the thumbs up button. Go on. Every time you interact, it makes us more known in the world. We've got some people in the live chat today. Let's have a little peruse through the list here. Who have we got? We've got Shiv from Table of Horrors. Thanks, Shiv, for coming along. You're always first. Your challenge from this day forth is to beat Shiv into the live chat. We've got Staff. Hi, Staff. We've got Adrian. Hello, Adrian. We've got my dad, Jeff. Hi, Dad. We've got Brethren Tabletop War Games. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Is that all for now? That is all for now. And if you are also just watching now, you can join the live chat. You can stay quiet if you want to. Whatever you like. If you've got questions, fire them out. I will try my best to help you, despite already saying I'm not a tutorial show. I'll try to help you. Yeah, I've been having a lot of questions over the week, actually. It's kind of nice to be able to try and help people with what I know, be able to pass on the skills that I've picked up, the talents that I've picked up maybe, and pass them on to the next generation. There's not that generation watching, surely there isn't. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming along this evening. I am absolutely pooped. Today is my last day of shifts for 12 days. In the blazing heat, and I understand that blazing heat is about 20 maximum in the UK. I'm just not made for it, man. I'm absolutely zonked. It's actually been a really stressful couple of days recently. We're past it, we're through it, and I'm really looking forward to just getting some paint on miniature and just chilling out for a little bit. But oh my gosh. So the last week that you saw me, I was already 7 days in, or 5 days in at that point. And here we are. What a job. Beautiful weather we've got. What a day to be alive. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting through this part of the show, getting to the second part where I get to have a grown-up juice, and probably not drinking that tea, because I'm not even going to show you that. Soy milk always looks weird in tea, but not that weird. That. Anyway, come and tell me what it is that you're painting. I'm genuinely inspired, motivated by the stuff that you do. So if you're working on something this evening, do please come and tell me all about it. Take pictures of it, stick it up on Facebook, on Discord, because you can find us over there as well. And you can find some bits and pieces occasionally on Instagram. Links to all of our platforms and associated people that I've met over the years, all downstairs, down there in the comments section. Go and check them out. But not right now. We're going to go do some painting. To the workbench! Cool. So, once again, been busy. haven't done this fella over the last week. However, at the end of last week, I did get I've got like a little Proxon mini drill, used a little sandy thing, and I buzzed down his shoulders here where I had that super glue. Lesson learned, and it here was a silly idea to put them up here where it had been harder to see. But do you know what? It's all good now. These little shoulder pads could probably cut on. That's going to go on in a minute. Remember me talking last week about doing the pattern, the double-headed arrow over here. Oops. Been a rush today. I was going to do make my own little stencil. This is a freehand stencil that I made. It's good. I like it. Rubbish. Good, but it's a bit rubbish. So what I'm going to probably do is get some graph paper, loads, put it out on there, put some masking over the top of it, make that too. I would love to have a big arrow on. That's for later. And I'm going to this shoulder pad free from model right. A little bit easier. This bad boy go straight on. It's got this bucket in there. Be a little bit. Oh, that's. Why is my screen so small? Oh, okay, that's all I'm allowed to look at. Wonderful, whatever. So I'm just going to see if I can. Hopefully. Friends. Yay. Cool. Backpack could also go on. Can't think. Off. I am gonna. It's a bit fiddly, not fiddly. It's very, very tight to try and get it. I'm just going to leave it over there for now. Real reason to want to. Now I've got a little bit of dust. Dusty in the workshop at the end of last week's show. I'm doing a little bit filing. A little bit, quite a bit. Because I'm doing another project at the same time. I'm trying to get it ready for once the guy's done working on Ed 209. And it's super cool. I've showed you this before, but I'll put it out again because it's not. Here are the bits that I'm working on. Ed 209 from Robocop. Robocop, one of the best movies of all time. I have here Robocop. West soy. Yeah, these food on the ground. These three pieces here make up the head canopy art of Ed himself. If I was to show you this bit here, you'd probably recognize it. And if I show you it, definitely clips on. This bit here on this makes the whole top back part of the body, if you like. Now the rest of the model, like a really, really problematic. As you can see underneath here, there's that big old seam. Now I'm not too worried about that. That is not pieces that have to go flush and be invisible, overlapping bit of green stuff. Make like a really long, thin sausage of it. Push it into there and make sure it all goes in. Easy. There is a little bit around the shoulder joints here that doesn't match up. So I could really squeeze it together, and it does. Again, a bit of green stuff, I'm sure, would be the workaround. Real trouble is, this piece here does not want to match up with any of the pieces properly. You can see here, look, there's the big old seam there. Now again, I could fill that. The real problem comes with, if you know Ed, you know that he has sort of a real-like texture. No, real. It's almost, explain it. It's like a mesh, and mesh carries on all the way. Here, look at the triangle. Can you see it? It's all a bit bleaked out on my lights, but follows this line around, over to here and then kind of pretty big gap. If it's a gap that runs over a flat surface, I'm fairly sure that I can do something to get rid of it. But it's going to affect the pattern. It will be really obvious no matter what I do to it. There'll be a break in that. It really bothers me because the rest of the model is really... So I've been trying to problem solve it, work out what it is. If I take it apart, there were some big lugs in here. For example, you can ease into a big slot in here. That's fine. Now I thought that push and it's lifting down properly. I thought it's this lug is too proud. So filed it right down last week. Still no joy. What I'm fairly certain is a combination of two places on each thing. Here and here, you can see that they kind of have this sort of big, I don't know, hill. It's such a weird shape, isn't it? This whole thing rises up to the shoulders and goes up to the back of it, scooping around over at the same time. Weird shape. That, both these bits here, doesn't match up very well with here, which is, of course is the inverse polar opposite, right? I think there is too much mass here, here. So my task is, without destroying anything that's going to be on show or destroying any of the internal structure of the model, moving. Can't remove this whole piece because this bit needs to fit on. But you can see that on the nose it fits almost perfectly, right? So it's in these two places. Also, back where this piece feeds onto this one here, you can see that even without the other piece, it doesn't go on, not perfect. If I lay it on a flat surface, it has no rock, there's nothing to it here. Can't hear me over the music? Just turn that down. How's that for you? Is that a bit better? I know the music's just stopped. That's weird, doesn't it? Anyway, there was a big lug here. You can see that I've almost completely removed it, and it fit into this slot here. But look at that really big seam all the way around. It was causing me a little bit of trouble, and the only way to really deal with that is to get your little Proxon mini drill out and sand everything down. Unfortunately, 3D printed resin just goes everywhere. Please wear a mask and goggles. I know that the resin from the 3D printers is just toxic. Don't have anything to do. Protect yourselves, please. So that is why everything at the moment is kind of covered in a layer of white dust bits, and it's on this model. So as I work around everything, I'll clean it. That's it. So, what am I going to do today? Today I'm going to do a little bit on the pouches. I'd like to get those finished today, and I'm going to do something with that grenade. I still don't know what I'm going to do with that grenade. Stand out, but not. I don't want Dark Angel party colour too much, but I want it to stand out a little bit. It's a bit of war gear to bring a bit of attention. Playing around with some basic highlights and things on these pouches. I'm very happy with that. They are background pouch highlights. I really know where I'm going with that as a sentence, but what I want to do is a distressed leather look, and I don't really know what to do. I kind of sort of know, and I want That's literally as well as I've planned this out. I think what I need to do is pick a very high contrasting colour. So this is quite a dark brown, isn't it? Really? Yeah, fair enough. It's got a little bit of highlight on the edges. But I think I need to go quite extreme, almost a sort of sandy beigey colour, and do some sort of like scratches across the surface of it. Do that in like maybe 2 or 3 different colours. Maybe one quite toned down and almost invisible, and another one quite bright and a little bit over the top and in your face, and then somewhere in the middle. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I've never done this before. I've never practiced it. I've never planned it, and I'm quite happy to just have a go. I'm just going to catch up with some of the comments because obviously the music goes a little bit on that. I don't really know what's going on there. Question: fractions, how do they work? I don't understand why that's a question today. Let me help you out. No prizes for guessing what I'm painting, says Stafford. Hopefully some tanks. Got a few of them to do, haven't you? Music's too loud and mic's a little quiet. Yeah, sorry. Let me reposition my microphone a little bit so it might be a little bit stronger there. I think the music might have just been a touch too high. But not very. Apparently like the odd number. Normally set at 21%. So maybe that extra 2% just round me out. Is it the size of the lugs? So you're saying the size of the lugs are about left of this one in here, and yeah, I think what I need to do almost problem with this, it keys into it nicely, allows me to line. However, what I could just do, get some glue at surface and it should hold, right? But yeah, you're right. I can move him around in there, so I'm moving him inside the hole. But yeah, it's the only part of the whole model. Everything else fits together like it would aesthetically. But it's just this bit here, and the quality of the actual print itself is, I've honestly never seen anything outrageously, absolutely. I know that my light's going to, but do you know it's a wonderful model. Actually, for those of you that don't know, Jeff might bought it for me. Was it last year? Danny will turn up his mic by 10% for each thumbs up. Yeah, that's a great time. For mating surfaces, try colouring one side with a transferable ink. Then press the faces together. Should show you where the high spots are on that answer. Thank you. Now that you said it out loud, why not do? You just get like a paint on the inside, can I? And just do that. That is something that I will do at the Discord show at the end. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I've been doing a little bit of weight. So much work. Able to fit into together. But I've still got some beefcake belly going on. The shirt's not fitting as well as it once did, but I'm back in it today because it's bonkers hot in here today. Right, no body shaming. What colours am I going to use? So, I don't know. Basically, I just don't know. I think I'm going to start with some softer, muted colours for the scratches, because I think that like if crisscross over each other, they'll interrupt each other. I think it would look too much if I was to break up the brighter colours, the darker ones, turn them into lots of scattered. So, earth brown, I think is going to charred brown base for it. I think I need to just bring this colour up a little bit. I played with this a little bit last week's show. This is a colour that was left over with. I pop a little bit of this in there and contrast is between them. That's the right colour. Match that to that. I think that colour there edge highlight colour pouches. So that's what I think I'm going to stay with. Use that as the sort of Is the music level okay for everybody now? Ask that question. Big old dollop of brown in there. See that there is a slight difference. And that's probably the colour I want to go to. Dirty. Plastic problem. Mike could do with a bit more oomph. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let me gonna crank up the gain. There you go, that's as maximum gain on my microphone that you're gonna get today. Bit weird, isn't it? What's that? Is it alright? Always been played with audio. That's the spot. Thank you. Is it too much though? Is it too much? Okie dokie. Let's mix some of these colours together and see what. I'm gonna get some improvement. I do and get things. I might also add a little bit of paint retarder in there as well, just because I'm mixing together just small bits really, and will dry quicker. And it's quite. Slow down. I like that. I like brown. Very effective. Go right down to my teeny tiny. And I know that I just kind of need to make like random scratches across the surface here. So, but I don't really know the direction to go. What's going to look realistic? So, this whole project is just about having the go for it. Have some fun, you know. I'm going to start with these ones on the back because they're very much matte and bank account. One over here has got sculpted surface kind of into it already. So yeah, this is probably a nice area to start with. Just go and first of all, just see how the colour can. Give it a gentle. Nice colour, too, with a bit more thinness. Straight in with the thin. And it's too much thinner. Yay! Dripped out the bottle. Find the palette, dip in. Yikes. Well, accident. I've lost it. Happy accident. Right. Crumbs has joined us. Hello, Crumbs. How are you doing, pal? Nice to see you again. That light is right on my. Hey, staff, Shiv, Jeff, Adrian, and Jeff. Hello, mate. Hey. I don't want to go over the top. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Trying to not be afraid. Looks absolutely rubbish. How else are you ever going to practice, right? Music's still a bit loud. Crazy, what's going on today, eh? Down for you. Bizarro. There has been a software update on my software. Long week, like. There's been an update on the streaming software that I use. So yeah. Sorry. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Of course, I can't just do it on sides and do. What I could, it's probably a win. What I could do, photos, pouches, leather pouches, and try to. But I don't. Oh, I am going to move the camera a little bit. Going back. Okay. Oh, really? Efforts here. Is that what you're referring to? In real life? Maybe underplayed. On my camera, they show up a little bit there. Like that. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Don't really care too much on them. Any dust. What do you think about it? It kind of lets me happy, but you know, first go and everything. Painting query, query. Do panther tanks have rubber rings on? Another pound. Highlights and stuff. Best to not in to deal with that. So, part of me doesn't want to use this colour because it's darker than over the place. Don't know when to. Mic is cutting out. Huh. Don't like that. Really sorry. I'm gonna just keep on going, and I'm really sorry for patients that you're experiencing. Must be background in festival app. Maybe a Windows update, maybe it's what's going on. Looking at the quality of the video, it's not that great either. I do apologise for that this week. During the intermission, I will try to clear any other processes going on. But otherwise, guys, just enjoy your painting. Sorry about this. Get back to her. Scratches I did. Rubbish line. Round. I think what I need to do earth colour in there. paler colour this time. Pale enough. Find out it. I'm going to argue that okay, what I've done there, big enough different colours, so brush out brown colour in. I need to get these wheels done before grown up juice time. Yeah, you do. Painting details when you're inebriated is extremely difficult. I would approve. I think I'm going to go even lighter still. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go cray-cray. I'm going to be bold, man. All up in the ferrule. Ugh. Painting over isn't much. Hey, practice makes better. Practice does not make. Let's try this much better. Feels a bit sick. Scratches it. No. Rotor learning. Adrian says, so I've just looked at how many Marines I've left to paint. I have found so far. Currently sat on 15 Furnace Marines, Deathwing, Terminators, and 40 Tactical. Been in my few. Paint them black. Yeah, the quality on the video is a little bit jolty today as well, isn't it? You notice that? It's a little bit like, keep up with me. There must be a background process on my PC, and I only apologise. Do accept. Oh, my music's just cut out. Love that. Everything's got a little bit scatty, isn't it? We're gonna have a break in a minute. I'll see if I can. This the right. Maybe I can hit it a wash afterwards. Not the best thing I've ever painted. I'm gonna keep on going. Don't like it, I can just. Maybe I'm doing too much, maybe. Not convinced of my scratched leather paint. If anyone out there knows how to paint scratched leather well, better than what I'm. Help. Okay. What? I'll walk away from it. I think I need to have 10 minutes. Come back and do like a highlight colour, just maybe a couple of other scratches, and I might do like a brown wash over top, like an Agrax. Tone it all down a little bit, and it might just soften those scratches up and blend them away. It doesn't look too bad. It just looks like someone's painted over them. That's the only way I can explain it. It doesn't look that good. I've seen people do pouches, scratch pouch. I'm not doing what they've done any justice. Bit of a shame. Do. Just apart from having to go and get better and better. So fat, I've just popped a button. Let's push that. So yeah, just to bring you back up to speed, I'm experiencing some issues on my end. Quality, sound, video, and I can only apologise for that. I'm sure there's a background process going on, maybe even an update queued or something like that. During the intermission, I'm going to go and sort it out. In fact, why are we even here? Let's go here. We'll go have a quick break. I will see if I can find if there's any little processes in the background that's kind of clogging up my bandwidth, and pop the button. Stop it. And yeah, you guys should definitely go and grab yourself a grown-up juice. I'm going to go and destroy that tea. It is minging. And then yeah, let's be back. Let's come back here in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, don't be like I am and have this. Go and change your paint water. I'll see you in 10. Bye. Welcome back. I went and had a check on the PC. There were a couple of minor background processes which I've got rid of. Hopefully we have a better quality rest of the show. So welcome back. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to the show if you like what we do here. Painting something or working on something this evening, building something, doing something, making music, whatever it is. Come and tell us all about it. Take a photograph of it. Stick it up on the Easy8 Facebook page over at Discord. On the Easy8 After Party, all links to our platforms are all down there, so go and check them all out. But not right now. No. Hit that thumbs up button, because I know you haven't. I don't know why I'm pointing. Very aggressive. No, do it. Just do it. And while you do that, disposed of the tea. I thought I'd go get myself a grown-up juice. So today, got myself a lovely little ripasso. Cheers. Happy weekend, everybody. That is tasty little wine to celebrate the 12-day week. Absolutely love it. I'm going to have to go. To go with it, so yum yum yum. Big strawberry. Right, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff. Cheers then. To the workbench. Right, so yeah, painting scratches onto leather, not my forte, not my. Just made a pale one. I could have used this colour here as like the ultimate. Right, toned it down with a little bit of the brown that I've been making so far. Could have just a couple of scratches over it. That's a juicy. And then I've got washes. I've got sepia tone. I recently bought new Army Painter sepia tone, which I'm quite excited to use. I don't know if that's going to be the right colour to use. Might give it a go with Agrax. Because it's dark, it's colder. I think it probably colour here a little bit better, but see, it might be the sort of colour to bring it out a little bit as a what do you call it? Feature. Yeah, Staff is saying that my mic is cutting out again. That's weird, isn't it? There's definitely an update. I can only apologise. So sorry. Yes. So I'm gonna paint some scratches on it in this highlight colour, wash it, and then see where we're at. So. Annoying that I'm having. But do you know what? Live show, these things are going to happen. I think I probably could have got away with just the colour of it there. Never know. Maybe a wash over this will be the transformation. Awesome. If that is the case, of course, what I'll do is oh yeah, I planned it all along. That attitude. plenty of scratches and stuff on there, like, you know, fake texture. So my hope really now is down a little bit with wash. So let's have a little look at the wash. Agrax Earthshade. I like Agrax. I've got Seraphim Sea Citadel. Got all like the flesh tones and things like that as well. However, I've also got range from Army Painter. I just think that's the wrong colour. Do you know what I mean? It's not really where I want to be going. Vibrant colour though, very nice. It's not what I want. I even think Seraphim's slightly redder. I think it might be the wrong. I just need to tone it a bit of that. Maybe then go over it with that. Decisions. The Flesh Tones was the name of my cannibal-themed barber quartet. A moment to a bit where I said during the paint water. And you can't do nothing about it. Get over it, alright? Half eaten one. What happens, right? It. Might just do with a cup. Transformational. I mean, there's still a lot of busyness going on there, so maybe a second coat will really tone on. Washes are really quite transformational. Okay, well let's wait for that to dry and see what happens. Ooh. Tankfest is coming to Bovington. Looks like they have the working King Tiger on loan. Yes, it is. Like staff says, the one coming over from France. Are we going to Tankfest for a quiet visit? We could do. Yes. Let's say yes. Go. Other comments are going in. Oh, I'm missing quite a few. Let's have a little scroll up. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm getting a rum, says staff, so we're not getting those tyres painted now, are we? Would you have one for me as well? I don't want to twist your arm too much. Only if you don't drink. Okay, yep, brilliant. So staff is going to get real drunk. Yeah. King Tiger. Does it have a monkey holding up circle of? Sure, that's a lion. But okay. Does have a good gun. Yes, it does. Yes. Magnificent. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let brown washed right for a little bit. I got talking to Shiv over last and from studio about how to paint eyes, and I got misled in the conversation on my own. Of course, she was talking about lenses. So many space marines, and that is just eye lenses. It was actually talking about eyeball. I've got to talk about that for a little bit. But something that I can do here today on the show is show my little method for doing lenses, glowing lenses. I'm only going to do half of the effect this week, but this is kind of really more for Shiv, I suppose, kind of demonstrating physically what it was that I was talking about yesterday. So, make a glow, white background, then I put a transparent layer of colour over the top. That's best applied by airbrush. You can actually get like a nice glow out as well, but it also goes on nice and controlled and thin enough that the opaqueness doesn't kind of brown out the white underneath it. You want that white for vibrancy. You can use like candy colours or like fluorescent colours. For example, this orange colour. Wowzer, that's beautiful to go through the airbrush. That's the sort of thing you. I've got a fluorescent red here. Which I'm going to use on this bad boy. The reason I'm not going to do the airbrushing right now is because there are other things on the helmet of this guy that I want to do, that the colour should go on afterwards, and it looks like the colour is bleeding out over anything. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go with that airbrushing it. It shouldn't be too much, but there are a few rivets on there that I want to paint first. So anyway, to get that colour, so you can have a look at his eyes. His eyes are great. Really, really clear details, especially on a miniature like miniature really is it. You can see that there is a black outline in there, and that is achieved simply with an oil wash. When I washed this guy after doing all the base colours on him, I washed him with an oil paint, and it ran into those recesses, so it shows you that the colour really runs into that area. That's going to be quite handy, because we want that to get that area catch all the paint. Now I'm not going to use a white paint, I'm going to use an ink. Acrylic ink, not ink. Oil inks are better. A lot of research on this lately. Did tons and tons of research OSL when I was back painting my Martians a little. Go back. And I was just starting to get to grips. I think that colour choices were out a little bit, and that if I use an oil ink it'll probably, but you know, this needs a thoroughly good shake. This is Liquitex. I believe Shiv says that likes the name. Yeah, look man, I know that my mic is really bad. I'm really sorry. I'm just going to try and carry on, and hopefully you get the gist. I will cover this again, so don't worry. Liquitex ink needs a shake. Liquitex comes with a squeezy dropper ball. I'm gonna put drop 2. The reason I'm using an ink, using an ink because they don't lose their opacity down so much. Get really strong pigmentation, if that's what you want, from I am going to thinner. I want to break the surface down. I'm going to thin it down. Don't want to go crazy ball. But thin, running, thick one. It run down the side of the palette there. Actually, that's got a bit of cling to it, so it's a sticky paint, which is good, but it's running quite freely. Okay, I'm going to go to my 000. Probably a little on the small side, but I want precision here. We missed the WAS moments. You know what? WAS moment for you, how's that? Happy? Still got it there. Cool. Load up on some of this thinned down acrylic white. Yeah, loads of it there. I'm gonna drop it. Thin enough. I want it to kind of run off and flood that area, so really see it running around the outside edges of it now. See it in there? Running in there. Need to agitate it. Now you can see that we've got an area in the middle showing up so well, a little bit darker. Run through the recesses around the outside of that lens, and it's really gone brighter in there, and that's going to add to that OSL effect. But be careful that it's not so runny that when I lift it up, you start crying tears of white, because that will ruin everything. So yeah, that's a good print. So now into the other. Get that in. That one went a little bit easy. Okay, so we've got these now slightly glowing eyes. I don't want to get any white around the outside area. That glow is going to come from spraying the colour into that area And because it'll make it nice and opaque, I'll make it real transparent. This will be soft, hopefully, but the white of that colour in there will really pick up that fluorescent colour, make it look like there's a bit of a glow. Really excited for that. Now also, in this model, we've got another area which the little lights beam. So, I'm not sure how to do such an area on this. So I'm just gonna give it a beam. I'm just gonna put some stuff on there. Hoping that we end up with some darker patterns. Then I'm going to come and create the spray. So yeah, like a sort of a patchy little surface with a white line going around the outside will hopefully just make information on there. Data or something like that. Buttons and things. Now there's a temptation to want to go absolute fat head, start doing all sort of lighting. I don't think we need to do that. I'm just going to leave it at glowing eye lenses and a glowing screen on his wrist. Do that. His eyes already look kind of badass. On his backpack here, I want to do like a little. I don't know if that's much or not. And it's one of those things, if I did it, I could ruin it. I could always paint it. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going for it. Stop me. Okay. Again, circle, and around it, right? Not going to go crazy with it. Just going to leave it at that. Done. Oh, God. Right, let's see what you guys... It's the Waz moment. Guys, drunk idea, crowdfund to get to put our name. Yes, letters on. They have to be our name. Can it just be a name? What? Just choose one. Archimedes? Doris. Please? That happen? Not because I want one or need one, because money, please. Right, got some glowing eyes. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I like it. Right, let's go back and do another coat. Where's that? Where's that? That. That's me. Well, little white dot on the back here. I'm from the white ink pot. Oh. Very dead. It looks much better now. That's sepia. Look at that. What I was using? Cracks. Okay, that's looking better, isn't it? I like that. Right. Don't quite. Pink. Oh, green would work quite well. I don't want it too green. Might like heavily wash it with brown or something. So now this is going to be going over a very dark. That's fine. got the sort of primer, the handle on the side of a hand grenade. Big levery thing on the side. Pay for now. Hold it. Don't want to hold it. Now this green is quite vibrant. Do that. Ooh, it's a tough little bit to pull in all the faith. I think that kind of works. I don't really know what I was looking for, but I think it suits it. I could do a red, but I want the red to be done on his eyes, really. Maybe a red would work better. No. Bank Fest is already sold out for Saturday, only Friday or Sunday tickets available. Well. Yeah, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, green's not suiting it. Nice colour. It just blends. It just clashes, isn't it? It's too much green. It's already dry, so I can paint straight over it. Yeah. A super duper. So I'm going to soften it down. Scarlet. This is gory red. This is gold classic. Love this colour. This is the colour that his rifle will be. That'll probably blend better, right? That'll be better. It's a safety lever or spoon. I think I've heard spoon before. Yes, let's go with that. The spoon. Okay. Yeah, I think we can all agree that green's just not right. It's not the right colour. Oh, let's lay plans. So, I'm going to paint straight. Who cares? probably. Bored I sound. Just out of I'm not good at. Under fours and carers get in. I have a cut. Great. I don't think staff can pull off 4 years old anymore. I don't know. Probably. Shit. But he looks like he needs a carer. That I'm not gonna touch that with him. Gonna need a second. That's all kind of. I'm quite happy with how the level now. That's looking pretty good in my mind. That was a save. It was. That red's gonna pop too much, so I had to sing louder. Yeah, but I'll tone that red down with a brown, maybe a sepia one. Yeah. And now, we're going soon. Start mapping that out now. We've got the emblem on his helmet, some rivets on there. So, how much longer of the show have we got? Just a few more minutes, but let's get started on it because. So. Starting to move along a bit, aren't we? Right, now I was playing with natural colour from Vallejo, very, very fine underneath it on rifle. However, because of the type of plastic this is, it's not really smooth like you would get with injected moulded plastics. So I'm not going to do that silver anymore. Sprayed it, the whole thing, and then started hand painting red. Red's a horrible colour to get over. I'm going to have to do that. But actually, with this gun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repaint it. I'm going to spray the red on, get a real even coat of that on there. Patchwork the silver back in the brush. This is the silver. I'll let it brush out again and paint the details around his head. Probably would head off, damage it. I was thinking about this one. Right. On a little bit over. I'm going to do another wash around the detail to get high wet. It's very hard now to recolour it because it's blended from when I use the airbrush. Silver rivets on his head as well. $10.50. Remember I was a little bit late. Round for it. Getting to the end now. ear bits on the side of his helmet, and I've always looked at the Primaris helmet. That's a little detail. Now, sometimes you can see detail, want to paint them, make them stand out, but sometimes details are best left alone. I like the idea of this kind of circular eye shape, isn't it? Right there. There's like a little thing in there which I think looks quite nice. Watering it down, I don't want to spill everywhere. I want brush wet face. Really, really fresh. One false move. Let's try a little bit. Fresh clean. Just spilled out over the recess line that surrounded it. Wash the area. Kind of lessen the method. Like that. Pink. Start spreading that silver around to you with clean. It's still going to leave a glittery sparkle all over that sort of area. Best to go in. Yeah, a small amount, and then push it down. You start trying like spread that way. You just get. No one wants that. Actually, not the space for me. Sword on it on his pronounced stand out very quite hard to without doing it and making it. Right. give those rivets. What I do is I get a nice not too much, but load up the end of the brush, bob it on. Now it's crazy. I don't want to stop painting. Now the paint, I don't know, kind of like go over the rivet a little bit. Much easier on rivets this size, find on vehicle. Otherwise you're doing like. Now with this, I believe all the feathers on these wings, excuse me, maybe even this blade as well, but the trim around it, I think is going to be gold. Maybe the sword will be gold. I'm not sure yet, and that's going to be. A lot of silver is going to start having some really exciting. What we have now? Go. So, time for me to research the right colours. We're still going to Legionary in May. I need to make sure I have the holiday for it with my job. Even though I'm quite busy these next 2. Yeah, it's still a very demanding job. Yeah, my job is just very like, still very time demanding. Not like I'm super busy at work, I just need to be 17. Been a really tough week at work. Like I'm really feeling it now, like as this show has gone on. Get a bit of a headache. Mine's probably not. That's one of these. 12 days is just a long time. In and out of a lake. Freezing cold. Dusty terrain, grass, everything but fire and brimstone, I think. Just a bit tired and in darn need and some good sleep. Anyway, looking over what I've done this evening doesn't really feel like an awful work, right? But it is. Really happy with it. Playing around with that leather effect, a little bit rubbish. I put two layers of agrax over the top of it, and it's really done it. It was a cheat mode save. It wasn't a deliberate move, but at least I know that that's a way of me kind of getting around it. And they do look like background detail scratches. I'm really quite happy with it because it was looking a little bit shit. Really looking a little bit pissed. But yeah, whatever. The grenade is definitely the right colour there, that red to match the bolt rifle that goes with it. That's cool. That's going to be almost a separate project. And we're getting quite close now with this. There just seems to be a few more details to go on here. And that's exciting. I've been on my shelf for a while now. Out better than I could ever have. Just thought, oh, it's going to be a green Space Marine, but all the airbrushing. Really happy with it. Really happy with it. Looking at some of the details, especially the detail on his knee. If I go back to the workbench, I don't ever do that. No. If I go back to here, you can see how like all the. If you look at legs here, for example, you can see that the rendering. This mismatch rendering, but it looks really cool. It's all over him, right? All these different things. Whatever. And then we've got this. Now this looks really cool. It's very neat. It's very tidy. I'm really happy with it. But it doesn't have that render. So I've got to try and do something. First thing that jumps out to my mind, going to get a brown oil wash. I'm probably going to do a very thin layer of oil wash all over him anyway, just to kind of give him a little bit of griminess. But on here, if I did quite a heavy brown towards the outside, and then just softly lighten it, but gradually, it should have a similar effect of this rendering. Go back to brown they should fade out to bright in the middle. Does that make sense? Really make that. I'm going to probably hit this with a layer of Pacific Random Grey. Gosh, I did that on my gas goal and it really everything. Then did the brightness of the white away a little bit, maybe. Go. A few scratch details in there as well, and it will just highlight those for me. It'll run into those. It'll allow me to see where the there we go. Next week, I would really like to get on with all silverware. I'm going to do these little pipes on the side of this helmet here. Silver on his head already. Going to be a bit too much, so I might hit that with that grey colour. Do a little detail. And yeah, move on to the silvers next week. Then I can get the OSL on there. I'm going to do this a little bluey colour. I might hit a couple of like amber buttons on there just for the funsies. Red in the lenses, and we're getting really. They're very biblical names, Dark Angels, don't they? Cool. Anyway, let's come away from here. This is a silly place. MIL and things like that, you know. They're really cool. Enough from me this evening. I had a great time today. I'm really, really sorry about the technical problems that we've had. I'm just a dude in a loft. That's all this is. A friend very kindly noted to me at work, my previous place where I used to work, and said, "Really want to watch your show," and I really try to have a divide from work to eat. Because I try to keep my separate worlds, but this person at work was really persistent, so I allowed them access, and they watched, they joined in and whatever. It was really cool. Next day at work, I got opportunity to have a quick chat. My friend was like, I don't know what I was expecting, but wow, it was really. Hey, thanks so much. It's just a hobby that I do to have access to unlock all my other hobbies at the meet people. Really nice comment and a really nice gesture to say so. But whatever you see that makes this show look really good, if you ever think that I'm just a guy in a loft, and much as I'd love to have the £1 million hardware around me, the microphone that I don't even use anymore was 50 quid as a USB microphone, and this is a gaming mic, and it's all a little bit. My edges aren't sanded. Do you know what I mean? And so if you enjoy it, I really hope so. Sometimes the ugly bits are going to show their faces, and I try to brush them. Thank you for being always here and supporting me in the lovely little adventure that is Easy 8. It's just painting models, isn't it, really, together, and that's kind of what it's all about. Thank you for the motivation to get some damn painting done. You're most welcome. Nice show. Go sort your mic out. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you everybody for coming along, even if you're just kind of dropping in and dropping out, whatever. It's just nice to have the numbers on the show, you know. So if you think that you know, I'm just scratching my nose. I can't really itchy nose. If you think you know someone who might benefit from this show coming along, getting some painting done with a live crowd, then bring them along. Go and spread word of Easy 8. Go and wear a t-shirt or something, whatever. I'm going to sort out some merch. I'm getting really hassled about the merch. I'm going to be quite like that. Okay, don't know how to approach that, but all right. Most importantly, please subscribe to the show. The subscribers are you. You make the show grow. You make the community grow. Without you, it would be nothing. And we need the numbers to rise. It should be organic. So hit merch. We need the numbers to rise, but take your time with it. Whatever, but make sure people know. Share it on your Facebook page. That's a great way of getting it out there. Go and put it on your Facebook page. Do that straight after this show. Anyway, if you've been painting something this evening, please do take photos. Please stick it on Facebook, on the links to all platforms. I'm going to be heading over to the after party on Discord. Again, there's a link down there for it straight after this show. It's going to be around for very long. But I would love to say hello to some of you over and have a bit catch up. And until next week, which is absolutely going ahead, I said a couple of weeks ago, I don't know what work's going to be like for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be good as far as I'm aware. But stay tuned to all of our social media sites for any kind of news and updates. In the meantime, I will be here next week, same time, same place, 7 till 9 GMT. Bring your grey unpainted plastic and let's get some colour on your grey. Until then, take care, stay safe, be kind, keep on painting. See you soon, bye bye.